Dicevo, noi dobbiamo fare una rivoluzione. I servizi sono uno strumento importante per crescita e sviluppo. L'innovazione è lo strumento per essere competitivi nel mondo. Non c'è per le nostre imprese possibilità di vincere la sfida globale sulla quantità.
Service innovation is led by entrepreneurship, and what service innovators do is really looking at the user needs and providing new business solutions to this. So you don't need to be a technology best at technologies and having really strong technologies in your regions and very strong research. You can strive with services by bringing new solutions to the customers, and in this way making very good economic value for your region.
Europe was more or less focusing on the hardware side, on the supply of mobile technologies. So we had all the infrastructures in place, but somehow we didn't really invent the services.
The service sector has only just come to grips with the idea of a services directive, and the important thing is to try to develop that dynamic in a service market, in the services markets, and replicate the success that we've had in product markets.
At European level, we must improve the framework conditions for service innovation, including explicit focus on public-private partnerships.
What we see right now in the new economy is that also external actors are being involved. Experts in innovation policy, people who know regions, people who know clusters and sectors, and they are helping, working together, collaborating with governments to implement the innovation policies, and that's a very important and crucial development.
All of these three aspects that are stated as different points of view in the Euro 2020 strategy obviously provide a lot of opportunities for service innovation, but coming from industry, technology industry, involved in B2B business, providing equipment and more services obviously to our customers, it's really the smart part where we see the most potential.
That's the real challenge. Get everybody engaged, get everybody contributing to society, contributing to the economy.
Fundamentally, this is an economic reform agenda to make Europe more competitive, and it's vital that it's pursued with rigour by the national governments. They can't afford to lose sight of that, otherwise we're in danger of sinking in the global economy.
It means all companies looking at the value chain and seeing how they can offer a better service element in their offering to get closer to the customer and to meet the customer's needs.
Those companies that are really successful in terms of service innovation consistently, they acquire a lot of knowledge and information based on many examples of these type of customer interactions, and so they spot a completely new area of innovation or of a service.
Services are everywhere, but not in policy documents, and the evidence behind those policy documents is quite diffuse. So what we've recommended to answer that problem is an observatory which brings together the knowledge across Europe. This is not a single entity, it's an entity which will liaise, will engage with other academics, other think tanks, to give a better basis for policy in Europe on the service agenda.
To start with, to identify the right management capacities, institutional capacities, to translate public policy into realities in this field of innovation. This means working closely together with technology parks, innovation agencies, those that know this is difficult business. This is not like opening roads. This is about opening minds and getting people to connect to each other.
When you identify new emerging sectors, new emerging services, new emerging opportunities, it's important to get a group together very quickly. Light touch networks are the most powerful tool for bringing new ideas to fruition.
In Europe, we have very strong creative industries, and they have been growing hugely in the last few years. And we know that we need to benefit more from the creative potential of the creative industries throughout the economy.
I think they also could form new value chains. Yeah, very sophisticated value chains. They could easily go abroad, because I think creative industries offers a lot about content, about also international high-value knowledge. So it helps traditional businesses to enlarge their markets.
Any support should be more oriented towards helping the company's internal build-up of knowledge, accumulation, and how they use it, acquire, share, and I suppose disseminate it.
The challenge, I think, particularly for the service sector, is to be able to provide services to small companies. In the past, it's been more difficult for medium and large because of the fact that the economic capacity of the small companies was limited. Now, we are working through cloud computing platforms in which, for instance, for a certain industrial area, cluster, district, services could be provided, tailor-made for that particular sector, for this particular area, through this platform, so that the customer base will be larger, even those made by small companies, and so service companies will be more incentive to participate and to provide services to these small companies. On the other hand, the small companies would have a large choice of tailor-made services for them.
These problems that we face in Europe, they've been here for 10 years' time. But the financial crisis forces us to confront those problems at an earlier time than we would have to confront them. And I think that's very important.
But finally, and perhaps the most substantive element of our recommendations, is the real importance of integrating the significant policy tools at the Commission's disposal around structural funds, around innovation union, around innovation partnerships, demonstrators.
Quindi noi abbiamo bisogno che sia i fondi di coesione sia gli interlocutori regionali diventino un po' protagonisti, non solo l'ultimo anello della catena o quello che spende, ma quello che si coordina con queste politiche di programmazione, altrimenti tutto questo non accadrà sui territori.
If we can get demonstrators right, linked demonstrators across the European Union, that offers incredible opportunities for service firms.
Il dibattito sulla innovazione dei servizi, ecco che torna di grande attualità, e il documento che ci è stato consegnato, che è stato preparato, non sarà soltanto un esercizio culturale di autorevoli personaggi che seguono questo settore, ma dovrà essere uno stimolo, dovrà, direbbero gli inglesi, pave the way per un lavoro nei prossimi mesi da parte della Commissione.